Rocket League is a simple game where you boom the ball across the field and pray it goes in the opponent's net. When preparing to boom the ball... Wait, what is this guy doing? Did he install a sticky ball mod to Rocket League? Actually, no, he's utilizing one of the most threatening mechanics in the game, dribbling. Why is this mechanic so important? Well, to truly understand the power of this mechanic, we first need to learn how to perform it ourselves. Before we even look to float this magic 8-ball on top of our cars, we have to learn how to actually control the ball. One Steam Workshop map that I utilized when learning ball control was Noob Dribble by DMC. If you don't have access to the Steam Workshop, you can just practice pushing the ball directly in front of you in a free play map. Don't let the ball venture too far away from the nose of your car. Notice how I'm using gentle touches to keep the ball glued to the front of my car. After you can do this for 5 minutes straight with no errors, you can officially say that you've learned the basics of ball control. And I mean the very basics of ball control. So, you want to learn how to dribble the ball on top of your car like the wizard you just saw in your casual match. The good news is, anyone can learn how to perform this mechanic. The bad news, however, is that this mechanic will take weeks to learn and months to perfect. Dribbling is a tedious skill in Rocket League where you put the ball on your head and maintain full possession of the ball, create scoring opportunities for your team, and dance around your opponents on the field. Dribbling consists of 3 major factors: actually getting the ball on top of your car, matching the momentum of the ball with your car, and controlling the direction that you want the ball to go. Let's break dribbling down into these 3 steps before putting them all together. Step 1, getting the ball on top of your car. The first thing you want to do is load into free play and slow the game speed down. If you weren't already aware, you can change the speed of gameplay in your settings once you load into free play. The best way to practice getting the ball on top of your car is to practice as if it were an in-game situation where the ball is already moving. Press down on the D-pad of your controller to launch the ball towards your car. After hitting the ball into the air, you want to try and land the ball on top of your car. Once you can comfortably do this on slower game speeds, work your way up to completing this at full game speed. Step 2, matching the momentum of the ball with your car. Again, I want you to slow down the game speed. For this step, simply click up on the D-pad of your controller to put the ball on top of your car. Attempt to drive forwards with the ball on top of your car until you can score goals without dropping the ball. Similar to the previous exercise, increase game speed as you become more comfortable with the motion. Step 3, controlling the direction that you want the ball to go. This step is identical to the previous exercise, however, instead of scoring goals, I want you to implement turning with the ball on top of your car. This is the most difficult step by far, so take your time on slower game speeds until you can do 3 full circles around the map without dropping the ball. After your 3rd successful circle around the field, work to adjust the ball's trajectory towards the goal and score. Increase game speed over time. I want you to be able to complete each of these exercises 3 times in a row at full game speed before moving on to the next step. My final challenge for you is to complete all of these steps in one singular motion. For example, pick the ball up onto your car, match the momentum of the ball with your car to keep the ball on the hood of your car, and complete 3 full circles around the field before scoring. Do this 3 times and you're 1 step closer to mastering the dribble. Now you've learned how to dribble from a basic level all the way up to an above average level. Let's utilize scoring opportunities while dribbling. The 2 main scoring opportunities are flicks and bounce dribbles. Let's quickly dive into your 2 options. You want to utilize flicking the ball over your opponents if you find them challenging frequently or if they tend to play extremely close to you. The reason for this is to quickly change the direction and height of the ball without giving the opponent enough time to react. The only useful way to practice flicks in my experience is just loading up free play, spawning the ball on top of your car with up on the D-pad, and attempting to flick on goal. For these, you want the ball on the front half of your car so that the ball can get an even distribution of height and power when shooting on net. Bounce dribbles are a little more difficult to set up as it requires more space and time. However, it's extremely useful when in one-on-one situations with a goalie. With the rapidly changing height and direction of the ball, you can easily get into your opponent's head and they won't even have a clue as to where you're about to shoot the ball, essentially giving you an entire net to shoot at. To practice bounce dribbles, you want to load into free play and use right on your D-pad to roll the ball at you. Once you pop the ball into the air, you need to time the up bounce on the ball. This means that right after the ball hits the ground, you want to get a small touch on the ball to pop it back up again. Don't get down on yourself if you can't learn this quickly, as it is much more difficult than it appears to be. The only real advice is to practice learning the bounce dribble timing for 5 minutes a day in free play until you're comfortable with it. Now that you're a dribbling master, let's hop into some casual 1v1 or 2v2 games to test this new mechanic out. Play 5 matches, and throughout these games, I want you to focus on taking more control over the ball rather than booming it away. Even if you can't get far with a dribble before it's contested, the important part is that you're attempting to maintain possession throughout these games. I want you to attempt a minimum of 5 dribbles for each game that you play. Great work today, everyone, and congratulations on learning your first on-the-ball mechanic of the season. Make sure to tune in next week to learn our next mechanic, faking. My name's Coach Gingy, and I'll see you all next time.